know
Very
roughly
generous,
how
dude. I
the
appreciate that.
Euro ISO composition is going to work. There are not many people playing.
Okay, let's get into this. Again,
G2's
Son, thank you so
compositional
much.
archetype here on Haven.
G2 on defense, Sentinels on
It has
attack,
huge
crazy
amounts of
comps.
area denial.
And we are just getting the orb on this one.
It should be limited on the info
So,
it gets on defense, I think.
Oh, it rotates fast. For people who like aren't too familiar, this is like a comp that normally averages on attack like 7 or 8. And then this is brand new territory, we have no idea.
And the clone did pass the choke point, so you're pretty confident the Vice isn't playing C.
But G2's comp
just leaves 2 options on A. One
should
B,
be
Mirage.
pretty unbelievable
there's
on attack and
tons of
defense.
different lanes, but it does mean that they
Maybe
can
better on
C
attack.
after a little bit of exploration elsewhere. So they're pushing back a potential defensive push on A. Looking to cut off some rotates too, or are they going to hit the B site?
Might be where their eyes are settling on, but
Zeken's gate crash just expired in spawn, so he's going to be stuck on the C lurk.
I think they're trying to make this feel like a B hit, and they're going to pivot into the C, but we'll find out
And
ourselves.
the raid's causing a lot of pressure over towards this, makes it look like a B. Couldn't get his shield back, but he gets out of there and he creates so much pressure, and he almost did a play. But it was all ruse basically, and now we get over towards C to plant.
Easy access potentially over towards C. You might have just seen it.
G2 are going to come out on top. Unless Second does something crazy.
It's going to be committed. Stuck down by John QT, but it's him and Zekken with a lot to do.
A 2v2 fighting garage going to be set up here.
And damage on Prior. I mean, Jorgamo just goes down. That's a TP.
TMV refugees? Wait, what happened? Don't tell me his stream died on the 5th map. That's actually devastating.
Ready to face it.
Brand new comps as well.
In that 1v3. Valen's got the smoke for it. It's very difficult to play this one. Second purely just have to base it off of spam essentially, and now we can stick it.
Okay, very nice for G2 on this one. I like the idea. I did like the idea. Dude, they prioritize Leafs over Trents.
I'm not seeing the vision for Sen. I don't think that's exactly what they drew up.
Retake A maybe? And they leave A on retake?
3 separate players to lurk. Zelsis had the lurk over towards A long. Narrate kind of contacted into B and ended up lurking in. And yeah, Leaf is just pointing out that caught a player looking at the minimap. So 3 separate people trying to set up a lurk.
Yeah, unless you're EMEA.
Including
they've done this one.
The other player that I didn't mention there that we saw get caught in mid.
Sentinels.
Versarov, hello mate. How we doing? Yeah, and Jorgamo can one-shot everyone on this one. We are heavy prioritized of the Stingers recently in the past 2 maps.
One of your big
G2 keep changing up their second bite.
small objectives in this round, I suppose.
Timing.
Oh,
Bangs managed to catch this.
That is devastating.
Did not clear him. Oh, he's playing this one to almost perfection.
Moment Flash is great to flood up over towards site. The reactive util's pretty nice from G2.
See if they can help this one out. That's a TP into the back corner. And the shot somehow catching on to these players. Ring around the roses and the spike
G2 recovered well. I do think Trent's reactive stun might have saved them here.
You can try and go for a play like that and bang to jump on it, but it doesn't work out.
That's 2 rounds in a row that Sentinels have called some kind of contact play through a choke point. And it makes me think that that's part of their overarching strategy, is to not give timings for the salvo, for the stun. Bang couldn't quite pull off the teleport there before the aftershock
almost
that came
TP'd.
default caught him.
Hey, we got away with the mistakes. Let's guys, call contact, call shit.
Yeah, and I think that's important there, is that somebody needs to be taking contact. They're holding spots expecting Sentinels to make noise and use util. They've been caught now kind of twice.
Yeah, on the,
He's in their faces. He's only got a bulldog to his name. He's trying to take that fight, but TP backing away once more to safety.
TP's out, and they would have had, I was going to say they would have had Trent taking this, regen armor so he can tank another bullet, but pretty rough on this one. We've got Euro TP over towards Heaven, and they insert one over towards middle, and they hit the wall. So that's Zekken just tagging that.
Leaf versus Zelsis again on the flank.
This is twice that the wall's been here, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. Leaf's probably going to change his wall next round.
Flash breaks the thorns before there can be too much more damage.
It's pretty good info though. The flash went in and it was just purely for info. And okay, flash hits, they've lost A control, so they push middle. So it's not a flash to fight this, it's a flash purely for info to push down middle. That's cool.
Leaf strikes right from behind, and
The rate 1 1v1 on side though, that's everything. Keep an eye on Jogamo. Jogamo has really good timing. There's so much going on right now. Jogamo has incredible timing, like round-winning timing.
Oh, he's looking in a different direction.
Jogamo's also
needs to make sound, in my
player, though.
opinion.
He was behind in A long and said
All
never
that.
cleared it.
Oh my God, what's occurring? No one's covering these fights. And the angle's there. Jogamo's in their faces. Do they know where Bang is? Sticking Jog gets halved. There's a smoke to supplement it, covering it, obfuscating it. It's
very nice, very nice for G2. There was so much. Whoa.
That's rearing its head. Bang survives at the
There was
rifle.
so much that went on there. Jogamo did a really good flank once someone went down site. I forgot who it was, but I love this little, imagine this is garage and this is middle. Love this little protocol of info here and push down middle. That was sick.
But they've also lost the pistol and bonus by trying to get weird lurk plays through all over the place.
No, but they're trying to.
You have a Yoru
Yeah,
ISO
it's true. It is
Yoru
true.
ISO composition, sorry. Just make some space with the paranoia and with Zekin's teleport.
They know they're up
Find a
against a
rate to run
Vice
around
though, so they're trying to like
find people.
default. But they did the main.
Contact stuff
They did the
is
main
to try
thing,
to
which was
get around
triggering the
and
wall,
behind
and then they should
European
probably be
Trent's
grouping up
util.
after that.
But it's also making Sen not play
Okay,
together.
where are we?
And play to their weak
Sentinels,
positions.
force into this one. I say force because it is a force. We've got double Guardian. And we got Jogamo with Yoru ult, so basically they can leave a site, and as we can see over towards A, okay, he's popped ult. Oh my God! What has he done there? Dude, both of these Yorus are just
They heard
insane.
That. They're still pinging out areas over towards A lobby, so brutal.
Smoke propped up. Information
Oh boy, yeah, and they're confident on this one.
G2 making a mockery of it right now. We didn't know what to expect here for Haven, but the game plan has just fallen to pieces for Sen.
They're leaving so many gaps, and G2
Yeah,
are
it's gonna
finding
have
them.
to be a timeout on this.
I think Zels has got to be
I feel like the Vice is
more
in their head.
defensive in his Cypher play
I mean,
rather than
they're
trying to
still
find
doing the
lurk
right
timings.
default to
He needs to stop
trigger
G2.
the wall, but I feel like after they do that, they can just group.
Tucked up tight, reinforcements arriving. Spot the back, there's a swing, Bang's lucky.
Here's Zelsis trying to find that lurk timing though.
There's 20 seconds left. G2 no. Lost garage control. Okay, whipping a rifle back around again. Zelsis did get the one kill,
Yeah,
but
you
it's only
would
13
imagine that
seconds
Leaf
left.
has
They
owned
don't
this.
have main control.
Great reposition from
Leaf has
him.
got this.
Ooh.
Bang in the smoke.
Trying to go for it, a bit of
Okay.
spam. Ooh, it's revealed his hand.
See what John's got.
Definitely has, but it's uncomfortable for Sentinels. They know that they have to fight for control of at least one of these areas.
Ah, it's unlucky.
Bullets are flying forwards, it doesn't matter.
Okay, definitely Sentinels need to do a timeout. And it just needs to be more decisive. It's looking like the first time they kind of played each other. Yeah, they're definitely talking about the wall here and then grouping A and then just hitting A, I feel like. You can see the pings already. I think they just spoke about the right things, so a couple of them might not time out.
By the way, I mean, Sen have got to go, I think, here for another eco.
Yeah, they got an eco. Everyone's sitting about 3,000.
Like Sen's permaban. Yeah. So far, right?
Like 3-2.
It's looked like we're finally getting to the
Oh,
portion of the
we
BO5
managed to squeeze out a
where
buy.
G2's double map veto
Guardians again.
is
Dude, look how
giving
many
them the win.
ults they are.
And I thought we were going to get here earlier. I've got to be honest with you. I thought that
This one's
G2
gonna
were
get
looking
weird.
so clean.
Can the coach
so
hear the
far in
team's
kickoff,
comms?
not
Yeah,
dropping a
yeah, they
single
can hear
map
team's
coming into
comms.
this grand final, that with double map veto,
So he
Sen were
might have
gonna
heard their
struggle
idea
to
what
hold
this was
on.
here, and he might want to
We've been
call something
dazzled by
different.
what Sentinels have shown us so far in these first 4 maps.
Like they could, even though they bought the we saw, they could
Actually
just
started
sell
out
everything
so
and go for an
strong.
eco.
On split. But here, it's not cooking.
But this is purely going to be a
By
timeout
the look
to,
of things,
for sure.
we can see the economy.
They need to
and
be
it
more
looks
decisive.
Sen are
Like
gonna try to
their
force
default
this
is
round.
Opted into it again.
They're one
the
away
whole
from
point of their
getting
default is to
every
find the
single
wall and
item
trigger the
online.
wall.
The one
Then
that
they
I would
keep
be
doing that,
prioritizing is
and then
Narrates,
they mess
because I
up.
think once
Then
you
they
have
like hang
Narrates
around
on
for 20,
ISO
30
ultimate
seconds
on the
doing
attack
nothing.
side, you can grab a player, scale off the back of that, paranoia, TP.
I'm not sure if
into
I can.
spots.
Oh, there we go.
There's a lot
10
of
seconds.
big execs you can do, and it makes it very difficult for G2.
Concern here though, G2 might be one step ahead with the player positions. Timer's going to start ticking.
Okay, we got a big change up for G2. They get the op out, and
Yeah, they are
right, we
so
got
far
1,
ahead of
2,
this, aren't
3,
they?
4, 5
Salvo.
people that are talking about orbs right now on Sentinels. So obviously for G2, we've got 3 people ready to punish this. It's a nice, easy call for G2 on this.
Even if Jorg does
Looks
have
like
to
we're
teleport
sending
away,
it.
you've still got a crunch onto the ult orb.
made a bit of noise.
Okay, he can TP, then he
they were.
TPs back over towards here, then they can stun Salvo.
He's hoping that
Ooh,
they get
okay.
pushed back into
Nicely
him.
done from Narrate.
Cracking
Nice shot.
by Narrate.
They actually had
That
two
gives you the ult
variations
as
here
well.
that they could have done, I think. Like if he took contact
Maybe you
early,
can snowball it into
they would have been
your
able to
advantage,
stun,
but Senna taking it slow and
do
steady once
salvos,
more.
and then he could take the shot
Control
again and they
doesn't
could
clear
double
enough.
swing.
The idea there is
And they
that the drone
decided
is
if they
supposed to
didn't
whether they're
see them
playing
early, they would do
retake.
double
If
salvos
they
anyway
are
and take
playing
them to the
retake, you
angle.
take the site. If not, you catch him in the ISO.
Played hit.
Wow,
Oh,
Narrate's
he's been out in
popping
the open
them.
there. He thought that he had the timing.
Yeah, you're ult to find out where they are.
Might
That's a
not
nice
even be
little ult.
necessary, but he is going to spot out these players, and hello, combo it up. Yep, take it into the gulag. Good luck winning it. And
Whoa.
Trent somehow manages
The
it.
Narrate's done
There's a
enough
shield
into
to
the round
contest with.
anyway.
Still there, gets one. Locked up onto the side, but it was the impetus around that Sen needed. Took a lot to get there.
Okay, they're on the board.
Looked a bit
And
messy in the
Narrate,
process.
even though he didn't win the
But it
ult,
was the right call
he
to
won the
force
round.
up, knowing that you had those ults about to come online. As soon as you get the ult cycle going, Sentinels comp is really difficult to defend against.
This was cool from
See the
Sentinels though, because
combos that they have.
like you can
And
tell,
even when Trent gets
it's
this,
like pure
he's
respect
gonna
for
get
their
traded
enemy.
out. It is
Right,
ridiculous that
they
he also
know
called
that
John
G2 know that they want the orb.
You're in the ISO, bro.
you know they want the
One
ults
of the
here,
things
so
that does, though, I
they
mean,
knew they would have
obviously
some
it lets
kind of trap
Trent
play ready
waddle.
for it.
Whoa, what we
Oh,
got
this is
for
the
here?
Flashes in their faces.
this is the same one that
Salvos
Liquid did, right?
Armageddon. Narrate stems the bleeding and takes the bite out of that play. Jogamo's still going to be taking his
Dude,
face off the
Narrate
back of
is,
that, but
owning
forced to
them.
respect it with a TP of his own. They're trying to squeeze these players.
Yeah, it's a set play that we've seen some other teams go for, actually, but...
Okay, got info on two of them. What a duel this is. Holy, ult goes in. I'm talking double ult as well. Leaf popped his.
Way around with just a one tag. Not enough to get the damage done. Not enough for the kill that they're looking for. Still a 2v3.
Jogamo's coming around the flank. No, he's not.
Takes it for the TP. And this is just going to be...
No, it's not. The
Again,
I mean, the
chaos
shots from
is
Leaf
thrown
were
into the mix
incredible
into the
here.
round itself. There's two players on Sentinels. They're looking to see if they can carve an opening.
Trent just got salvos back. They're trying to bait them out.
Yeah, this is
Trying to bait
nice.
out
They
a
got a
peek.
body here as well, so they get Cypher ult, and then they can throw this down, and they can realize that all three are here.
Could be blinding you potentially, but he turns it still flashed up. And they're just wandering, waiting out
Yeah,
into the open backside.
it's pretty
5 to
rough.
1.
They start looking
Like
at the
Joker might
money.
kill full blind as well.
So that is one
5-1.
person that can't buy.
Rough for
Well,
Sentinels,
actually, it's kind of
especially
two.
when they start that round with 2 clean kills from Narrate. That's brutal. The decision to go into the B side there, and Leaf eats them up. I mean, that is ISO value. That's what you play this composition for, and then... What an angle.
Backside. Where are you going?
Where's our Omen smokes though?
This is worrying because G2, you can
I
tell
would
inside
have to
their
watch
comms
that
can feel the
again
win, can
because
feel
the TP up
trophy.
towards here doesn't make
And
any
if you're
sense.
trying to play on the fact
Because
that
you'd either
G2 have
smoke
choked
here or
before,
here, but there's no
you
smoke.
want to start strong, not allow them
I
to
don't know
get
if they
the
were like
confidence.
reactively smoked A cross or like C long or something, but I'd have to watch it again.
Mid take.
This is one of the reasons the ISO is so good. You can use that shield to be able to just gather ult orbs up. And Narrate, once he ults, he always has an ult point back. It should be so simple.
Yeah, they managed to force
cycle
into it again,
these
and they're missing a
massive
little bit
ultimates
of
up.
util, but not too much.
Big struggle.
Or
though
maybe
so
they're not
far
even
for
missing
Sen. Now
util, to be
they're
honest.
looking to make their way over towards A.
Just a couple of guns.
He
still got one.
Play held down. I mean, they were watching for it. They hear the sound cue from the shield. He only gets the one. Every smoke,
Dude,
every
they're
option
playing
is
so
watched for.
individual,
Right
though.
now, Senna just throwing anything at the wall, seeing what sticks with these lurk plays. TP committed. Leaf is wondering whereabouts these players could be. Rolling Thunder gives him the time for the drop down. Flash on top of it. Hell player back into to win that fight out, and he still needs to hold it down even further. It's just one man. What can he do? Dodge at a flash. Quick turn to the side. Plant's still not down for them. He's going to be stuck, committed. Cosmic Divider forces them forwards into the fight and into the fray. And G2
Okay,
are now
that's
aware of
fun.
it. They know the possible positions.
Wow, nice shots from Valen.
Has you in his sights.
Yeah, they're running away with it a little bit, especially as you
G2
consider this is
are
normally a
dismantling Sentinels.
heavy comp on
it in the
attack.
rounds. Narrate just decides to pick a timing
They're
to
doing
apply
none
his
of the
shield
stuff
and
that like
swing C
Fnatic
long.
do though with the
He
comp.
may be just hoping that he would catch a solo Jorg holding the angle. And then Zekken does a very similar thing and just tries to find a timing.
I
into
really
the
think the
B
Vice
smoke.
is messing with
Both
him.
duelists lurking in this round. It's ranked-esque strategies, not what you expect from a team like Sentinels. But again, this is their permaban. So how much can you really judge them for the situation that they're in? They did an amazing job to get to map 5 here.
True.
But if they wanted a chance at victory with the benefit of hindsight, maybe it had to come on Fracture.
Yeah, just a little bit earlier.
Because this is looking tough. This looks like a team that doesn't have the depth in their map pool against an opponent that has got rid of Bind and Lotus. They're not going to be in these kind of spots too often. This only happens in grand finals.
It does. Just that best of 5 debuff that just occurs because when it gets drawn out to this point, like you've been mentioning, it comes down to the preparation. How deep does your map pool go? Of course, there's the mental resilience part of things. And SEN have got, listen, they're not lacking that experience in that department. They've been in tenuous spots like this before, competing for titles, trophies.
I prefer the G2 variation of this comp to the Liquid one.
They just want it more.
I think I prefer the G2 one.
As well.
I'm enjoying the Vice, but I don't know if it's Sentinels making the Vice look incredibly strong or just that Vice actually being Vice. Which is weird because I normally hate solo Yoru. Like a solo Yoru on attack is normally very hard to actually pull off, but kind of have a lot of faith into this. I think that Astra's probably the reason why.
But the whole team doesn't really seem to have a good idea of how to maximize his value. But he's got the ult.
Oh, Salvo fault line. All being expended here, but that's a TP clone. Actually on top of the bricks.
Oh, Bang managed to survive.
He got the clone, did he? Sucking onto a couple of these players. Yeah, is that a clone play? Absurd reactions from
yeah, he did pick out the clone.
Your face doesn't matter. No, he can't go get out. It's traded in time. Bang at least gives them that. And a player advantage on top of it, but they haven't cleared. Valin backs to him. And quick.
What's going on, dude? There was so much going on. I'm pretty sure he iso-avoided the clone.
Angle, but damage done to Bang.
And then
Bang
managed to dodge the double salvos. At least now in a 1v1.
The Celsius has cut it up into the corner. It's all about this time in the fight.
Very nice for Celsius. They really needed that.
The player, the man that has held his ground and stood up to many questions and challenges.
Okay, this could be a stacked replay because there was a lot going on. Did he get Jonah? He might have got Jonah. I have no idea what's going on there. It was too much for me to keep up. Oh no, he did get Jonah. I think you're right.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure in the midst of all of that, we saw a pretty sick outplay with Jorgamo using his clone to stop Narrate's ultimate. Didn't get them the round win though. Sen get 2.
Dude, look at the money. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in each team that come by next. This is an absolutely massive round.
Recon Dart also used off the rip towards the back of the C site, which
only ult to kind of separate them is Jorgamo's. Oh, again, they always do this when Jorgamo has his ult at the moment, I've noticed. It's just him just solo A, and it looks like they want to retake, but, or like play retake, but he went aggro last time.
Well, I mean, I guess he's applying pressure. He's kind of just acting as a distraction and a lurk. It's a weird way of using the ISO.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to force that reclear, which Leaf apparently not favored for.
It's unlucky.
It's impeccable with the timing. I mean, Narrate, he's just not worried about it. He's trying to back himself out of the fight.
Clone over towards middle did trigger the wall though, so that keeps 2 of them over towards B. And I was going to say, Jorgamo has to do quite a lot here.
He's got teammates at his back, and he's taking a fight straight to them. Flashes in their face, stuns the supplement, slow down the pace. The drone now has to be offloaded. Sen looking to get themselves in. It's a half clearance. It's a half clearance.
No way. He insta-popped the guy that was in the cage. And Sentinels have no money.
You can't get past this guy. He's been unbelievable in these last couple maps. He's 12-3 currently. And he lit the world up on Fracture too. The defensive util that G2 have to work with here is barbaric.
I'm caging.
I mean, he's making a comment there that the cage was beautiful for him to play around despite it being thrown from Zelsis, I think.
It's all smiles for G2.
All right, here's an exec though from Sen on an eco, albeit.
And they need Narrate to lead that charge. It is an eco. Hold on, twist and turns. You're trying to break the ankles, but again, not quite the weaponry for it still. Man gets the one, swings through the cage. And Zelsis has gone down anyway. It's rapid.
God, they really look on top of it at the moment.
And it feels like
there's a small chance that G2 struggle on attack because of the solo Yoru.
it does make it really easy for G2 to be able to find the right timing.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to add other than that. I think there is a chance that... I imagine because it's G2, they have a lot of stuff, though.
It's really tough. You can see why SEN are trying so much.
We've definitely seen... Was it Na'Vi that used it, that struggled heavy?
Play, but it makes their comp look so uncomfortable.
In the Na'Vi Fnatic game.
Can John pull a rabbit out a hat in the world's most unlikely 1v3? Because otherwise, they've still only got 2 rounds out of 10.
Why did SEN not ban Haven? Mate, they weren't allowed to ban anything.
Util, but he doesn't want to reveal it.
G2 had 2 map bans.
They don't know where he is. His time
They just had to accept it.
Well, darts in order, and Salvo's at your feet. Good luck crossing that boundary. Cosmic Divide even committed. Shows a bit of respect, I think, that G2 are making sure to expend these ults. And they've got the crossfire set up. Jump spot. It's going to be dealt with.
It's okay. He drew out the Cosmic Divide. That's a win. But SEN needs some rounds at this point. G2 are running away with it. You're seeing that gap now between these two teams.
London Pride aim in control. Yeah, this is what I think, Bacon. I think they just got so tunnel visioned into finding that wall early on that they never really did an AD fault.
We've already seen when they play, you know, Split, for example, is one where this comp is really
or they would do an AD fault, find the wall, and then just chill over towards mid and garage for a little bit.
So far, G2 don't on track.
I also like the fact that G2 punished Narrate for just solo taking garage at the moment. He is just walking in with shield up.
Their careers. Here's aggression. Increase again with the tempo, but that's bang, just perched up on top of the staircase.
Yeah, that didn't look great.
Unexpected for
Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't look good.
Because if they wait, Sentinels have got an enormous ult advantage. There's the Cypher ult.
Yeah. And it pushes back G2 when they were looking for another go of things outside the double doors. All up. Neural gives them the info. They know that, hey,
easy call on this one.
Lurking for it, and Zekin's going to be gathering even more information.
Thorns, so they maybe can't get into sight for a little bit. Oh, trying to combo off with the Thorns in case they caught anyone in there. While it was happening, they tried to flood over towards sight.
Just in time. It's 2 dropped. Zekin needed that. Needed to show himself up here still. He's stunned. Go to the corner and unaware of where Jonah P could be coming from. Wait a second, it's a 1v2. Drone not being used. Flash up and over towards the top, but tagged up.
I heard drone as Joan, and I thought he's calling like Joan as Jonah P for short.
These G2 players ins, and you can feel it now.
But yeah, there's only a nickname for him. Okay, 3 rounds.
SEN get another on the board. An A4 half could be possible. Could be. They would have to come out with some amazing game plans on the defense.
Joan P.
Narrate's one away from getting ISO ult online. He can drag a player into a 1v1, but he doesn't want to go for Chocomo's clone again. You saw, I mean, this flood defend idea from G2. They have the Vice flash, and then Trent running through a smoke. Zekin had to do everything to stop it from working. Pryo has got to be getting that orb onto Narrate.
Need the ult.
Yeah, and you can see G2 thinking the same things, where they got 2 passing over towards C. Smoke does go top of C, that creates a lot of pressure. And with that pressure of the orb, and then being 1 away, they're just going to walk into B. Dude, spikes in spawn. I feel like they missed a window here.
Here the drone. Going to be used pound for pound out through mid as well. Both teams are going to be hunting for that information, and there's no orb in sight. Narrate just wants to try and take the fight straight to them. Maybe if he earns a kill, but that's the shield expended. He desperately needs this. He's forwards, taking the timing matters into his own hands, but it's just going to be fading out. The duration and an ult of their own. Jorgamo,
please just use this for info. Don't go for anything wild.
The footsteps, Leaf cutting up close under the corners. Unexpected here.
Okay,
here's
nice.
some chaos for you. Attempt to reclear it forces SEN to slow down.
They've used Recon just to check spawn.
Yeah.
Narrate, even if he gets this ult orb, even if he gets the ult online, he doesn't have his shield because he wasted
they caused
it
absolute mayhem before they managed to get this.
Sort of advantage into this fight. Any information?
Yeah, dodged.
A no-go.
But they still know there's a free sight, so they get a little bit of info for that. Back left to sight is the only thing they have to worry.
Just trying to get ahead of the curve as well as it set up a curve.
Boy, what is this flash though? Jonah P's owned them. It was a really nice flash from Jonah P.
It's where we stand.
For a comp that normally gets like 7, 8 on attack, that is impressive from G2.
And G2 are going to be feeling calm.
Yeah, it just looks like there hasn't been many reps from the Sentinels on
After
this.
a very nervous beginning to this BO5, I would imagine we might get a chance. Might get a chance in the winner's interview with them to check that out. But here we go, all on the line, and G2 can sense that trophy.
We don't know how they'll do on attack. Yeah, that's like the only thing that I have left for Sentinel fans is like the solo Yoru historically has struggled on attack. But G2 are normally pretty smart. And they've actually run a solo Yoru on quite a few maps where maybe other teams wouldn't. They ran it on Bind for a little bit, and they had some hard stuff. No info initiator. Yeah, they kind of just got to send it a little bit. Do you remember the Guild Yoru and Draken? Yeah, I do. There was do you remember as well, Bacon, when we went to Reykjavik and we played against Vikings and they played Yoru on a SEN and Haven? That was wild. Just solo Yoru. They own themselves? Yeah. It would have been a close game if they didn't do the Yoru. They were ahead of the meta. Oh, they really weren't, man. I promise you that they weren't. They didn't have it down.
What we're staring at, and it's the decider map for the grand finals. G2, they've been on the cusp of a title many, many times before. And this Valen-led team as well. They made sacrifices as well to stay together as a squad. They need this win desperately. You can feel it. And this time, they're holding all the momentum.
As you say, they were an Ascension team almost by choice.
Bacon.
They were good
What
enough
the
for
hell?
Tier 1, the players, but they chose to stick together in Tier 2.
He's just trying to watch in peace, Bacon.
One Ascension came in, been in multiple
Chat, I'm lost
finals
in the
here
pistols, I'm not
Americas
gonna lie
as
to you.
and this is their best chance.
I know G2 are winning them. That's all I got.
A pistol round that is
I would guess
desperate for Sentinels.
It's
Your only chance
5,
realistically at this point.
5-4,
Slight pause into the round at the beginning. GT were
6-3.
one of the SEN players might have been caught unaware with a flash play.
Zekan's gone for the gate crash. So super common for the Yoru to start the round over towards A and then have that gate crash on C if needed. And maybe that mid utility just baited it out when he could have held his ground a little longer. Sentinels have decided to play A for retake.
On my screen it says 9-3.
Because it's a pretty classic thing a Yoru Isu comp would want to go for.
Doom bros.
Crawling up onto the angle.
You just know he's smiling so
Huge
much
amount
after
of
that as
util
well, it's
expended.
crazy.
Now the smokes are going to be spelling it all out here. John, dart against the backdrop, into the wall, but that's a clone. Set your eyes towards this one here. A lot of util now to try and push
The
back these
fast flooding for Sentinels. They didn't fully commit over towards the site. We got to look at Leaf, look at the amount of space that he's taking here. And we got the wall as well, and they had the wall to get them info, but the wall kind of works now for the after plant and getting info as well.
Just following those sound cues.
And man, this is going to be a rough run for Sentinels. Good news is they got narrate shield, so when they do want to send it over towards site, he can pop the shield.
Ahead of most of this year, but
We got a double damage with nothing to follow it up.
He did this job, he got the space for his team to try and get that plant down, and now goes into the retake that SEN desperately need. Trying to put a squeeze on them. Still a wall to deal with.
Narrate popped shield, right? But he's taking no space with it.
Shots fired off as well. Calls made for G2.
Oh no, his shield's going to be running out. He's running over towards site.
He
did good to hit the shots though.
Pressing forwards, but still these players, these bodies, as much as the advantage was found, it suddenly just turned all the way right around. G2, how are you managing this? It was all, I mean, it was looking so
very
likely.
nice. Very nice for G2, looks clean.
The double flank from
Yeah,
Sentinels
I reckon
didn't
Sentinels
clear
didn't
Leaf.
have much practice at
His
all.
vice wall got
Like
tripped
from
and
what
he
I'm
tucked in the
seeing,
corner,
I
and
reckon
then
they
Jonah
spent
came
like
back to
2
help.
days on
Jonah was just
Haven.
trading out.
Maybe
It's
3
fundamental
days.
gameplay from G2.
Maybe
You see
not
it here
even.
through his eyes. Other players die in front
Like
of
over the
him,
whole year.
but he's there to pick up the pieces. And it's pretty doom for Sentinels.
one by one. It's not even that. It's like they double damage in, and then when they wanted to go, they popped the shield, and they didn't go. And they chilled in this area for the whole time, and then took the duel after the shield had gone.
Out there on the floor in front of them.
Just don't have the weapon
The reps just aren't here.
Right now. Sen can pray that they can get the gap in, but listen, rapidly approached.
Good news for Sentinels is there's like, what, 9 days before Bangkok? They could focus on Haven, get it good, and people might think that they're awful at it and pick it.
That they can wedge open.
Bad news is they're going to lose this final.
They've certainly been tested in this match overall, but not here. And not on Fracture either. It's been a sprint to the finish line by the look of things. Sen are going to be waiting.
They got to fix Fracture. The Fracture stuff. The Fracture stuff is pretty fast. The Fracture stuff is fast. This one, not so much. This will take a little bit longer.
Jumping into that just to try to deny Jonah P the kill, because they do not want a Rolling Thunder available for the bonus. They're fine dying to Trent. So Sen have now got to get themselves into a spot where they can deny a bonus round, hopefully deny a Rolling Thunder, somehow turn this around with no practice on Haven.
Yeah, good luck.
Meanwhile, G2 are sitting pretty. They've eased into this match. It took them longer than we expected. I thought maybe they'd drop one map here today, but Sen have pushed them much further. But these last two have looked comfortable. Back to that easy style of Valorant.
Yeah. G2 rolled out the red carpet for themselves, man. It's looking like casual jaunt for them.
Fix their Fracture pole defense to the Haven. Oh, their pole defense got pretty good in comparison to where it was. They've definitely been focusing on it a little bit.
You got to do it multiple rounds in a row.
High-low setup here from Zelsis and back.
Oh.
Trying to deny the ult orb.
From clears.
Oh, that's...
Oh, he missed it his way around. He just committed the aftershock anyway.
Hey, that's cool though. It's a good reaction if they see there's someone close.
Up onto the side, bang. Just trying to layer it down as well. A bit of recovery and fire is in order and necessary. The Narrate has got to do it all. Quick dismiss, a quick flick of the wrist just to try and dodge these dashes.
Narrate's trying his best on this,
coming his
for
way.
sure.
2 versus 3 though. Plant going down. No problems there. And G2 getting ever closer. Flowing forwards, facing away. John QT. It's a lovely time to make a play, but it's going to need a little bit more time. Revealing bit of spam potential, but still they're going to try and take this one.
Damn. Hold up. Hold up. They survive around 16-13.
That is what they needed.
They're still here.
A John QT miracle. 11-4. It's still a nightmare.
I have no idea. I have no idea how they won this.
But with less than 30 health combined, they get it across the line.
John did great. I mean, Narrate honestly did incredible to get into a winnable situation.
This round ended up going so badly wrong for G2. They were set up pretty for it. They're going to need more of that. They're going to need G2 to take their eyes off the prize. Or get too obsessed with it and forget about the game, I suppose.
See the Vice Molly short? Nah. Isn't just this.
G2 group up for a fast A, looking to maybe to get Trent the
Make sure that you can't push, just like the Killjoy stuff.
Trying to refight after it's expended on Sen's side. Savos do enough as well to clear it out.
Yeah, no, that is nice.
Yeah, they just push everyone away.
Not a chance you beat it as well.
So as long as you hard clear bricks, as Jorg is doing, you're not too worried. Reclear though for Sentinels. Yeah. It was working on split. Can it work again?
They're going for it. Grouped up. Shield popped.
They do it behind the wall as well, so it can't ever get broken, right? You'd have to shock it.
Obvious right now for G2, but despite how obvious it is, you have to hit back and you have to fight back. Sentinel's not willing to go down without a fight, not just yet. To escape from this one without giving away too many more kills because they have that player advantage.
Cautious and respectful from G2, just trying to control the aggression from Sen. Didn't want to take too many unnecessary risks, but now they're going to have to do something. Down 3v4. Using that to break the trip.
Break the trips. That creates a bit of pressure. Now they just walk up over towards here. Very nice from John.
It's good.
John going to have recon for the retake on this one as well.
Retake over towards A.
With Plant, Trent should have ult. I really don't want him to use it.
Yeah, no reason to overcomplicate it.
Individually, these initiator players will both
he'll know not to.
Really well.
I believe.
Trent now, Armageddon online. I don't see how they could get this done. Should be Sentinels getting up to 5, especially because they're going to have full info on where these post-plant players are.
Did Zicker missed the clearance. I'm not too sure. There's a dart.
He might have timed him.
Rebounding round the back and spam into the smoke. They got to know and expect it. Yeah. So.
Hey, 4 people
Vengeful
surviving.
Drifters
Good for the money.
Essentially able to make that one just a walk in the park themselves. Sen, still here, still breathing.
Finding value off the re-clear. They're gonna need many more of those. So many more of those. But Narrate didn't have a chance to use his ISO ultimate here. So he's still got that available. And in a larger macro sense as well, they haven't really been exploring what Zelsis is up to.
One round at a time. Come on now.
Zelsis has been putting a trip garage and then a cam to also
Okay,
watch
just
garage.
an eco on this one.
So when the trip gets broken
So
by Trent Salvos, he still has
it
info.
might be able to save
Now
ults
this
for the
round,
next
they've
one.
swapped
We'll
it
see.
over, and he's
Oh, we're
defending
gonna go
on A.
into an empty site
Really
here.
trying to get value from the
Wait,
ISO
Sen
ultimate
going
early.
aggro against the eco? Oh my god, what is this?
Decision making for Bang. He's forced
Whoa,
to make the decision right here now. Still, he knows that the players
That's
cross
some
past that threshold.
fast
And it is
decision
return with
making
fire
from
and a trade
him.
in sight.
He almost got
Bang dropped.
heavy
Deep drone
rewarded.
in. Could have been an incredible play to make.
Oh, Narrate used his shield, so he felt incentivized to use the ultimate, and he
No
just
way.
sent it too late.
It's
Oh
gone.
no.
On an area that G2 had already
That's a
evacuated.
big win
He
for
does look a little
G2.
uncomfortable on the ISO. Been a while since he played Duelist.
Not even
G2
that, they
happy
just
to
don't
run
have any like
rings
prep
around
around it.
Within the chaos, they might thrive, and they might even be able to get that thrifty win still. Okay, there's a dart to Hunter's Fury. It's all going to be used to stem the bleeding here for Sen. Cam as well. Look, you can play for this one to the retake. Give it a spam onto the corner just in case. Trying to time it right.
Double flank. They're not thinking about this, surely. John completely caught unaware.
Yeah. So bullet to the back of the head for Trent. Valance steps forwards, only earns himself the one, but Sight given up.
Dude, Valent's nuts
Second
with
with
this
the
gun.
rifle. Locks it all the way down.
G2 will take this,
Safety
got
in
2
numbers
ults
and
out
Sen
of
have
them.
it.
They're very far
G2,
away for
They are
ults.
2 rounds away from getting that elusive trophy, and yet Sen are starting to put the rounds together. That's now 3.
Yeah, they have no ults
Retakes, 3
though. Like they're actually
diffuses
kind
in
of
a
done
row.
here.
And what a play for Bang to begin the round. I mean, he
You would imagine G2 has to
seemed
mess
stuck,
up.
not used to that. Had to make a decision. These are the last of G2's reserves. The piggy bank, it's running dry.
Yoro
Probably they're
ult.
going to run a fast round here.
Look how
because
far away
Jordan
they
has
are from the good
Yoro
ults
online.
now.
Sen should be able to read that.
They
Yeah,
should.
insta Yoro ult. Where are we
We'll
going?
find out and we'll see. It's 2 players lined up out towards mid. Just the one spotted. Wait a second. Bait on the end of a stick. Gonna be calling for the pings as well. Dart, fault line. An attempt from Jorgamo. He's got a worry and he seems to expect that play was occurring.
Okay.
The squeeze. Trying to
That's a
turn
free
it
side
onto
though.
him. Still is all the way
Narrate
out
is
for a
absolutely
C.
sending
Util
it.
out into the hands of Narrate with a shield. Can't overstep himself here. If he goes into the thorns,
Oh,
he loses
damn
it
it.
anyway,
Oi,
but the
oi, oi,
duration
hold
just
up.
adds
We got the combo
so
down.
nice little Util combo still. They're not out of danger just yet. G2 have control of this one. It's a lot of Util expended that. That paranoia sweeps its way through.
Ooh, it's
No
nice
play
from
to
the
take
right.
space though, not from Sen.
Late
I believe they're
garage.
gonna get stalled out, and they are. Slowed down, re-clearance out into garage. Might just come down to these fights that are taken. Dart rebound. Zekun was almost alone when he's taking that one. And these players
Oh,
are
that might
falling.
be the
Sen to
jaw.
do a lot here. Clearing the way forwards. Shogamo is low.
Jorgamo 14
Flash,
HP,
Lisa
TP's
Flash is
away.
gonna be broken here, cut it up.
14
Leave, can't do
HP.
it here.
When does
Leaving
Bang
it
get a
down to
smoke?
Jorgamo.
4 seconds?
TP.
We
up
had the
on
TP.
above. Jorgamo hears it. He's
Very
fast.
nice, guys. Very, very nice. We got the little combo out over towards C as well.
They are doing it. Sen are bringing this one back.
Yeah, and they got the
5
Yoro ult out of
seconds
them.
that they still had to play with there. The retake coordination is great. The vulnerable into the shock dart is lovely too. But the way that they're playing off each other and the spacing here, pretty brilliant.
Dude, I was in the crowd.
Bang and John Cutie even setting up the high-low.
Yo, let's go.
Trent having 20 kills on the other side and Sen still believe. G2 forced to take a tactical timeout. They're getting owned by these retakes, honestly. And it's strange because Leaf has Thorns down in the post plant. Narrate can't really get in with his shield. It's not the ISO that's necessarily providing all the value. It's the
Yeah,
players
they
coming in
forced the timeout
afterwards.
out of them.
And G2, I think, not quite setting up enough ideas for themselves. No garage reflanks, for example, on a round like that. They can't really fight post-plant aggression because they're trying to use the Thorns to keep the other team out from flood defending. It's starting to get concerning, actually. G2 may have just taken their eyes off the prize for a moment.
We got a glance at it. But you're exactly right here for G2. We know how much this means to them. Valens talked about it. They're confident coming into this season. They know that they're one of the best, if not the best team in Americas, but it's about how you prove it here and now in this grand finals. And for Sentinels themselves, listen, the mood has almost flipped. You wouldn't expect Sentinels to be down this many rounds with the way they're acting after these rounds and the replays themselves. They know it's one round at a time.
At the same time, though, anything can
fast
happen. And
strat,
these
fast set
eco-situations
strat
are often
with the molly that goes over
where
towards
the
spawn
team
to make
with
sure they
lower
can't
economy
flood
just
out.
throws caution to the wind. Sen, though, look like they're set up pretty to deal
Narrate
with this.
is going to be close and pop shield probably with the drone.
Primed and ready. It's going to be a Thorns. Straight towards the back of the site. It's going to be cutting off the exit route. Sen, we'll see if they just try and hold their ground into it. That's a TP forwards. Dismissed. Narrate's there.
I like what they're going for here with the high-low setups. Right in front with a shield.
Yeah, this
bang,
is
Ward's
just
playing up
this is
top.
this is what we just spoke about with this comp when it's like solo
Bit of
Yoru.
danger dismissed.
You kind of just got to send it sometimes.
And leaving Cypher utility with Zekken on the opposite side of the map to hold things down. I think G2 do need to be doing a bit more of this slow defaulting to get rid of Zelsys utility.
Through the back though, they're just looking for a plant at this point. Zelsys, okay, sidestep, Valens there. Still forcing them back in the
Guy
Thorns.
tanked so much, but it might be
Sound
good
cues
for
are given
them.
off to G2, but it's just two players, what can they
Nice
do?
shot.
And it's accounted for. At least without
Oh.
angles.
Oh,
Zelsys wraps it all the way around. Leaf is right there behind them.
imagine it.
Play it down into mids. He's turned it into a 1v2. Up in the hands of Zekken. Spike. Drop down. That's going to be the win con here for Sentinels. Leaf does not expect it. Surely not. And
God,
yet,
imagine he actually popped him through the wall there.
Zekken just creeps around the corner. Locked in. Ready to take this all the
Yeah.
way if necessary.
The crowd, man.
5 rounds in a row.
So this round
The gap
here
down
is
to 3.
what
G2 at
John
this
spoke,
point,
is
barely
what
in
they
the lead.
spoke about in
And
the sorry,
certainly if
Josh
they
spoke
lose
about in the
this
timeout.
round in a super precarious position.
Yeah, it's a nice shot. I wonder how long he was watching it.
They know that Zekken has an operator. G2 need to navigate that. They also need to be worried about the info
some
that
good
Zelsys
ults.
is consistently applying.
And the
They
Vice
have
is the same
ults to
range
work
as the
with.
Killjoy ult, so you would imagine
Does
it's
that
just
break
like
the trip?
short, I guess,
Yeah,
would
it
be
does.
priority.
So no kill trip over towards A long.
Zekken contemplating whether he wanted to step up to this, but you don't know if they've taken up control towards A. And
Yeah,
G2
drone's going
have.
to go in. It's going to be a
It's gonna be
simple
used in
Vice
forward
ult,
position.
head over
Everybody
towards
grouped
the
up, there is no
site, and then you
pivot
save
option
one
here for
form,
G2.
save the
It's
breach
all in.
damage for
They're
after
sending it flying
after
forwards
plant.
now. Steel Garden on top of it.
Yeah,
Cut to the corner.
and we got to look at Zekken.
Zekken! Like a thief in the night. Inside the cage. He turned himself and his team an opening pick. Bang! Within that chaos, this man, of course, is going to be thriving. The windows of opportunities that are being created by his teammates. And they're ready to run this one all the
Keep
way.
an eye on
To another
Narrate.
round win.
Big Joe.
2 left to stand from G2. How often have these players been in this spot? Valen and Jonah P. Narrate's gone. There's a dimensional drift now to set the pace and change the tide of the fight potentially.
Oh,
Jonah
boy,
P's in
11
himself
HP,
up,
34
rolling
HP.
Buster inside through short.
What a
Down to
1v1 this is.
Valen, he's low enough.
It's an incredible
Tiniest of margins
reposition.
is what this lies on. Could it be 12 or could it be Sentinels in control of once again another round? John QT, there's no tap, there's no hiding it. It's half earned. He wants
Damn,
to stick
2v4 on site.
Valen punishes.
It's always these unexpected moments where the team in the lead somehow
What a
holds
time to
momentum.
do it.
As a spot where Sen, I think, had a slam dunk retake. Jonah P was flashed up.
Yeah, Narrate
Seconds
went a
blinded,
little
it fell to the face,
early.
and Narrate was flanking short. I don't know how they whiffed that. I don't know how they weren't able to get the kill.
It just
on
wasn't
the
that
Professor.
coordinated.
And then
Dude, Jonah P
IGL
did it
v
on the
IGL,
real.
Valen takes it down. They're up.
Right, 4
It's a
chances for
tournament
them to
point
do
here
it.
in America's kickoff.
Number 1 seed
all it's gonna
and the
take is
trophy.
one.
3 champs points.
G2 playing empowered. There's passion behind them. Slow and steady though. Not going to be losing track of the discipline that's led them this far in the best of 5 series. Zekken, he's forwards. He needs to respect that drone. He breaks it. TP's back out. There's danger there if he gets caught with a suppression, but reclear protocols of G2 now coming through.
Needs to be perfection from Sentinels. Somehow they've made me believe. It looked like they were so out of it. It looked like the trophy was already in G2's hands. Senna going for a mid reclear, caught by the flash.
Not just in time, there's no threat behind it. Zelsis
See
steps
hit,
forward. He's only
sees
got a stinger in
empty
hand.
Zelsis.
Sitting at the bottom of the
Hey,
scoreboard
I mean,
for
if he's
his team, but
super patient,
mid-round information,
he'll
and
get
this is a
leave.
disaster. Sen have got the
But
wrong idea
we
completely
got to
on
look at the
this one.
mini-map here, and you
Entirely the wrong
imagine
read.
it's
The
done.
C-site is utterly open. Zelsis
divide.
needs one here, and he might just get timing by Leaf. This is brutal in Garage.
What timing is he even looking for? Cosmic Divide drops it down. Trent going for the plant as well, and it has to be that retake by Sen.
Yeah, Leaf
None the
starts
wiser.
lurking
They're
over
only just
towards
gonna
middle.
realise it. They're going to be late to the party. It's essential that Zelsis locks down his Garage control just to make it a little bit more easy onto the retake. And Leaf is taking
Leaf has
it
to
into
deal
a
with a
completely
trip,
different
so does he
direction.
go back
Time
to
has already been burnt
Garage?
off the clock
Yeah,
here.
he does.
G2, this is their time to shine.
Why does I feel like Leaf's going to have great
The trophy
timing?
that they've been hunting for. All lies on this. The retake.
Damn respect, dude. Zelsis is so patient. So patient. I'm well impressed.
Locking it down, crash up to the corner. And this is a rapid approach indeed.
Damn, nice retake.
Not to be pushed back.
Yeah, and the rate's going to get his ult on this as well.
The retake was so late, but so well orchestrated. The coordination from Sentinels.
Zelsis needs some props there. He held up for so long.
It looks like last year. It looks like when they were at their tippity top and relied so heavily on these retakes to get back in. G2, because Bang is always alive in these spots, feel like they have to play on site. Narrate can't believe how easy that was. G2, broken economy.
Last
They
time out.
had a tournament point. 4 chances, down to 3. And honestly, round 20 was the exception. Other than that, it's been domination from Sen on the defense
You
side
look
of
nervous. You get when Balin starts twiddling the curls. You know he's nervous.
But that is so damn hard.
Does a lot.
Money's not there for them, as you mentioned, and they've spoken about it in interviews. Going up against Sen, the 6th man has turned up. The crowd buff
Either that or it
potentially
helps him
active.
think.
It's a lot to overcome when you hear the stage vibrating, the roar of the crowd over every single misstep and mistake that you make on the stage.
If G2 allow themselves to
3
dwell on
chances
that,
left.
then
This one,
the choking
eco,
question will become a
like
self-fulfilling
legit
prophecy.
proper eco. We're hardly getting
They
anything
do
on this
lose
one.
this with 4
This
tournament
is
points.
actually an eco.
All of those same questions are going to come crashing down. The closer Sen get to
I
overtime,
don't want to curse
the
anything,
more
so I'm not going to
G2 are
speak
going
too
to
much.
be mentally out of the game.
But you know what I'm
This
thinking
round-
for this round.
You don't have to think about it too hard if you're G2. Send it in a little bit, see if you can get some big ults online. Learn what you can, do what you can. And round 23, see if you can lock things up. But for Sentinels, they've got to be perfect, and that just isn't.
It's a missed opportunity at that. Bit of spam coming through onto either side of this one. The shield is immediately gone. Okay, you're pulled into my world now, and Array wants to take this fight straight to them. Okay, rewarded.
I mean, Max.
Shield online. Waits until the final moment. It's an aftershock as they were trying to predict that location. Array is the one to stop the shield operation.
Stole the shield as well at the end.
Could have been Diane, could have gone wrong. But ultimately,
Okay, nice, easy eco, just like we thought. John also managed to get his ult online during this.
Cleaning up a small
4
error from
in
Bang.
half
A
to 2
big round from
chances.
Narrate.
Again, the
But
timeout would have been for this
No
round.
ISO ult for rifle rounds. Forced to use it on the eco. And as flashy as that is, it's not necessarily a good thing. 2 more opportunities for G2 to close things out and storm the stage, hoist the trophy.
this could potentially be one of the hardest
Good
rounds that
ults.
Sen have ever played.
I think the Yoru ult round is the one. If they can't win the Yoru ult rounds,
Dimensional drift
then they're in
for.
trouble because
Joker's making
this
constant
comp does
information
struggle
from
on
this.
attack a little bit.
Trying
Jogabot,
forced to retreat as well.
He's
Give
gonna
up most
send
of
it towards
this. Hang on a
heaven.
second. He's still sticking around as an Armageddon.
ult
Cuts
goes
it up
over
onto one
towards
corner.
site,
Up through
traps
heaven
him
as
in
well.
back of sight here. They got to do this guy
His teleport
bottom
is
of.
in spawn.
Second's got to kill
What
everyone.
options do they even have? I think they've
Okay,
seen it
TP's
gliding straight
out.
past him. Sen
John
good
has
enough.
his ult for
They're ready
retake.
and waiting for this one. Valen with the plant, sticking. They're going to push it back.
They have
Hunter's
the
Fury is
forms
delayed.
to
He's
stop them from
delayed.
flooding in.
Jogamo!
Oh,
He's
Jogamo
in
took
the
it!
Jogamo!
He took it!
He's tearing him a new one. And now
He took the
Sentinels
TP at spawn?
left to do
No
with just
way,
3
dude.
left standing. A player disadvantage. Here's the retake coming through. The
I think they heard it go past him, and I think they were like, not a chance.
G2 will not be denied. It's a death knell tolls. of the Sentinels themselves. It all lands on the shoulders of Bang. One to be fine, but two more left standing. G2.
Okay.
They've been tested, they've been pushed.
That
but the
was
util
done.
just makes it almost impossible. TP forwards, 11 HP to his name.
Damn, dude, Jorgamo, what a crazy play.
The victory.
Turned out to be a banging final.
Turned
Turned out to be an absolute banger.
They get their win in our grand finals of America's kickoff.
Okay, nicely done. Dude, that comp definitely struggles on attack though. We were right there. Looked a little bit rough. Came down to double hero play. Okay, banging final in the end. I mean, that ended up being the closest map.
Fair's fair. Sentinels got the one last year.